Hi guys, ako nga pala si Ramin Magbuo from IT2102, and today I will discuss a quick summary about the chapter 6 in CME 1 in this version 2.0. Now, let's get started. Uh, in this chapter 6 version 2.0 entitled the network layer. The network layer or the OSI layer 3 provides services to allow and devices to exchange data across the network. To accomplish this end-to-end transport, the network layer uses for basic process the IP addressing for end devices, encapsulations, routing in the encapsulation. The Internet is largely based on IPv4, which is still the most widely used network layer protocol. An IPv4 packet contains the IPv header and the payload. However, IPv4 has a limited number of unique public IP addresses available. This led to the development of IPv version 6 or the IPv6. The IPv6 simplified header offers several advantages over IPv4. So, including better routing efficiency, simplified extension headers, and capability for workflow processing. Plus, the IPv6 addresses are based on 128-bit hierarchical addressing as opposed to IPv4 with 32 bytes. This dramatically increased the number of available IP addresses. In addition to hierarchical addressing, the network layer is also responsible for routing. Hosts require a local routing table to ensure the packets are directed to the correct destination network. The local table of hosts typically contains the direct connections, the local network route, and the local default route. And the local default route is the route to the default gateway. The default gateway is the IP address of a router interface connected to the local network. When a host needed to forward a packet to a destination address that is not on the same network as the host, the packet is sent to the default gateway for further processing. When a router, such as the default gateway, receives a packet, it examines the destination IP address to determine the destination network. The routing table of a router stores information about directly connected routes and routes to the IP networks. If the network has entry in its routing table for destination network, the router forwards the packets. If no routing entry exists, the router may forward the packets to its own default route if one is configured, or it will drop the packets. Routing tables entries can be configured manually on each routers to provide static routing, or the routers may communicate routes information dynamically between each other using a routing protocol. In order for the routers to reachable, the router interface must be configured. To enable a specific interface, enter the interface configuration mode using the interface and type and number global configuration mode command. In this chapter, we're going to tackle about the we're going to tackle about the layer or the network layer. That the network layer application and services on one end devices can communicate with application and services running on another end devices. How is the data or how is this data communicated across the network in an efficient way? The protocol of the OSI model network layer specify addressing and process that enable transport layer data to be packaged and transported. The network layer encapsulation or enables data to the pass to the destinations within a network or another network with minimum overhead. This chapter focuses on the role of the network layer and examine how it divides network into groups of hosts to manage the flow of data packets within a network. It is also covers how communication between networks is facilitated, and this communication between networks is called routing. In this chapter, we're going to tackle about the network layer, which is the having addressing end devices, encapsulation, routing, the encapsulations, network layer protocols, and encapsulating the IP that transport layer segments or other by adding the data IP header. What is the characteristics of IP that was designed as protocol with low overhead and the IP connectionless, meaning that no dedicated end-to-end connection is created before the data is sent. And then the IP or the best effort delivery is the figure in this figure that illustrates that unreliable or the best effort delivery characteristics of the IP protocol. The IP protocol does not guarantee that all packets that are delivered are in fact received. And then the IP independent IP operates independent on the media that carry the data at lower layers of the protocol stack. The IPv4 packet header, which consists of field containing important information about packets. The limitation of IPv4 through the years, IPv4 has been updated to address new challenges. Introducing the IPv6. Encapsulating IPv6 in the packet header that having fields that included. The first one is the version, traffic class, flow level, payload, length, and etc. In this host forwarding decision is another role of networking layer is to directly packets between the hosts. And a host can send a packet to itself, local host or the remote host. The default gateway. It is a network device that can route traffic to the other network. Using the default gateway, a host routing table will typically include the default gateway. For example, when the host receives the IPv4's address, the default gateway either dynamically forms the DHCP or the configuring manually. The host routing table, the router packets for the forward decisions. When a host sends a packet to another host, it will use its routing table to determine where it's to send the packets. IPverse routing table. Directly connected routing tables entry. Remote snap connecting table entries. The next sub address. Router is a computer. Routers of CPU and OS. The router memory. Inside the router, having a power supply, shielded before one interface card works or the high speed, CPU or the RAM or the IIM, RAM also, and the fan. How to connect a router? Cisco devices, routers, and switches typically interconnect to many devices. So this is the EHWIC, also known as the Enhanced High-Speed WAN Interface Card. This is this is the compact plus slots. This is the auxiliary or the AUX, and the Gigabyte Internet or the Gigabyte Ethernet, the USB cable, and console ports. LAN and WAN's interface. Boot sets files. Router boot stop process. Show version output. And the basic switch configuration steps. Configuring router interface. Verify interface configuration, and a lot of more. Now, it's done. Thank you.